I don't have much of a space, so all I have is a little Funko Pop Iron Man that my therapist gave me and a little helmet that I bought for myself. I'm starting this series off by order of release date. So the first one is Iron Man, which was released in 2008, my freshman year of high school. Yeah, I didn't really think too much about it when I first saw it. I mean, I thought it was cool, I thought it was fun. It kind of actually supported what I wanted to do as a career, which was engineering, aerospace engineering, more specifically. I most recently watched this series on November 2nd, 2018, and watching it now as a 25-year-old is very different from how I first watched it when I was in high school. You know, when I first watched it in high school, I thought it was fun, cool movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I wasn't quite as nerdy as I was back then. It didn't really kick in until a few years later. So Iron Man was the movie that kicked off the MCU and provided a great origin story, not just for Tony Stark, but for the MCU as a whole. And in a way, I feel like it can kind of parallel my own in a really corny way. The cave that Tony's in is my home, and I'm trying to grow, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. It is the life-changing experience. Yeah, depends on how deep you want to go. I usually pick out a few quotes or moments and I take note of them in my little notebook here. Maybe I'll just start by reading some of the quotes that, you know, stood out to me as I watched this movie and just kind of start talking from there. Yeah, let's see where this goes. The first quote that really spoke to me was with Ho Yinsen's dying breath. He tells Tony, "Don't waste it. Don't waste your life." I felt like I was wasting my life. I felt like, you know, everyone kind of complains about the 9-to-5 work schedule, you know. Go to work, go home, exercise, eat, and then that's kind of it, you know. I don't have a family yet, I don't have kids, and you know, that's something that's going to change if or when that eventually happens. But as a single, unemployed 25-year-old, I feel like I'm not really doing a lot with my life. I'm in the middle of trying to figure it out. And as ironic as, oh wow, it is ironic. I'm starting to find it a little ironic that the movie that really inspired me to pursue aerospace engineering is also the same movie that's inspiring me to do something else. I used to tell myself that if I could contribute something as small as a screw for something like a plane or the spaceship, that I could say I contributed a lot and I would be satisfied or I would be fulfilled. But if that's the extent of my human capability, then I must not be worth much. And also, I'm looking back now and I think it's kind of bizarre how much weight I put into, you know, having a dream job, you know, instead of thinking about what I want to do that's not just a career, you know. Yeah, thinking about it now, it seems pretty unfulfilling. I don't want to be stuck behind a desk for the rest of my life, you know. Sometimes you go to the interviews and they ask you, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And then you catch a glimpse of people who have been there for 10, 12, 15 years and they're just, I mean, obviously I don't know anything about them, but, you know, they just kind of, I don't know, stagnated. Again, you know, they might have families, they might enjoy that, and they are comfortable with that lifestyle, and that's fine. It's just, I think I realize I'm just not, it's just not for me anymore. I used to think I could do it. That used to be what I wanted, but that's not the case anymore. I think I grew and I changed, and I have to be okay with that. I recently came to the realization that I want to do more with my life. I want to do work that has an impact on people. And I just wasn't really feeling that with engineering. Maybe it could have been the company, but I feel like if I couldn't find happiness and make it work there, or just be genuinely interested in it, I don't think it's for me. And that's kind of scary for me, because I used to think engineering was everything to me. So this past summer, Wong Fu Productions released their series Yappy. And one of the episodes really spoke to me. It pretty much brought to the forefront something that I had always been kind of feeling but never really thought about. And that was, it's nice to be comfortable. It's nice to get, paid a decent amount. Nice to get benefits, health insurance, paid time off, that sort of thing, stability. But what comes after that? Wife, kids. Okay, then what? What can I say that I've done with my life? Not much. I went to college. Okay, so did everyone else. I got a job, and okay, so did everyone else. It was a job I was interested in for a time. Okay, cool. But what can I say that I've done? How do I stand out from other people, other than personality? I'm strictly speaking in terms of accomplishments and goals and things like that, because I'm sure everyone has a nice personality, everyone's great to know, but on the paper, I guess, what can I say that I've done? And I don't feel like there's a lot I can say. The next quote I kind of related to, and is kind of related to the first one, is when Tony tells Pepper, "I shouldn't be alive unless it was for a reason. I just finally know what I have to do, and I know in my heart that it's right." Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Part of me still wants to give engineering a chance. I work for a company. Okay, so I guess a little bit of background. I studied aerospace engineering, but the company I worked for and left wasn't an aerospace engineering company. And part of me wants to try aerospace engineering again, maybe try to work for one of the bigger companies like Boeing or SpaceX or even Northrop Grumman. But I kind of mentioned earlier, if I couldn't make it work with the company before, what is it about the next company is going to make me happy? I mean, higher pay, benefits, that's nice, but what comes after that? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. I have an idea of what I might want to do, and I'm going to give it some time, put some effort into it, and try to learn it and see if it sticks. And if it does, then I'll mention it in a later video. But as of right now, I'll keep that as like my little secret. Because I think I've fallen out a little bit of engineering as a career choice anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm 25, unemployed. I'm back home, so I'm just trying to figure out what I have to do, what I want to do, and and trying to feel with my heart rather than think with my brain, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I chose engineering for myself. My parents didn't force it on me. They didn't suggest it to me. In all honesty, they probably wanted me to be a doctor, but that wasn't gonna happen. I chose engineering for myself because I had a genuine interest in it. Like I said, Iron Man kind of showed me, engineering's cool. And I was decent at math and physics in high school. Maybe not 5 on the AP test good, but I was pretty decent. So engineering seemed like the logical choice. I didn't do it for the supposedly higher pay or the stability. I mean, those were pluses, but I did it because I liked engineering, or I liked, science. I liked building things. But looking back on it now, I think I may have liked something else, and I think I'll have a chance to explore that in a later movie or video. Oh yeah, as a heads up, because I'm this unemployed, single 25-year-old, a lot of it is gonna revolve around what's happening in my life right now. So, career, relationships, maybe not romantic relationships, but my relationship with my family and friends, trying to health, things like that. Things that are happening in my life. Why should you listen to me? You don't have to. I'm just another drop in the pond, I think. Yeah, that is ironic. Iron Man was the movie that told me to pursue engineering, and now that I'm watching it again, 10 years later, it's not so much telling me to do something else. It's just telling me to do more. And that's what I hope to do. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do it.